We lit.
We lit. Welcome to a whole nother episode of TalkHvy. Once again, I'm your boy Scoop Burgundy.
Just call me Ro.
It's Scotty.
It's V.
And as y'all know, we always got the latest and greatest topics for y'all. So today we're going to talk about something that we know y'all going to like. President Biden is trying to give out some more money, y'all. I'm talking about $1.9 trillion. Huh? For COVID relief. So y'all thought that y'all got some money before. Guess what? It's coming back around. Allegedly. Allegedly. Because apparently things or steps still have to be taken.
Yeah.
So, Scott, talk to us, man. I know you know what happened. What happened,
I know a little bit. I know a little bit about it. Basically, though, they passed the bill, 1.9 trillion. The House did. They're gonna send it to the Senate, and then the Senate is gonna pass a version of their bill. They're gonna revise the bill and then send it back to the House, and then the House is gonna do a version, and then they're gonna send it back to the Senate until they agree, essentially. And so we don't really know how long it's gonna take. The U.S. government's slow as hell. We all know that. They don't give a damn. They do it at their pace. But most of the money, according to the bill as it stands right now, is directed towards local government, like state government, city governments, supporting them throughout the COVID crisis and the pandemic and vaccine production and distribution. So that's where the bulk of the 1.9 trillion is going. I think the number was 9% of it goes to the people that with a $1,400 check and unemployment extensions, which is still a lot of money, but it is a 9%, 10% of 1.9 trillion is $19 billion. No, $190 billion.
Spread across 300 plus million U.S. citizens.
So yeah, I mean, I guess it evens out to about 1,400.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Talk about it, D. Talk about it. But there was an interesting question that was posed. So I guess we can use our imagination on this one. Where is this money coming from?
So the way the U.S. government works is they'll basically borrow that shit from themselves. I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds weird.
Dip into that rainy day fund.
Yeah, they'll borrow money from themselves, and like they usually do it for like Social Security to pay Social Security and shit like that. But they borrow from themselves and then use it, or they'll borrow it from somebody else, say China, where we owe them trillions of dollars. So that's how the money generally gets paid. Things get paid for.
Right, but I guess I was saying since we was in the deficit, how we are. So how the hell you gonna? What the old people say? How the hell you get water from a rock? I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. I can't.
We a country in both government and people that runs off credit. We run off credit. Fuck, we pay it later.
I got you.
We pay it later. Yeah,
I got you.
They always try to come black
through taxes.
Through taxes.
Oh dang, V.
So that $1,400 we about to get is tax money.
You remember Bush when Bush was like, yeah, they got weapons of mass destruction over there with Saddam Hussein. He was looking for that oil. He wasn't looking for no weapons of mass destruction. He was looking for that money, man. That's what we do. We go to invade another country, get some money. That's what we do.
I heard they was growing weed over there too.
Shit, we might get into that game. But yeah, so how y'all feeling? Are y'all excited to get this 1,400?
I'm absolutely.
All I know is that the current president who is in office that I just so happen to have voted for, he had said on video that we were going to get $2,000 a month, and then he was put in office. Put his right hand on the Bible, swore to God. And then proceeded to say that he doesn't recall ever saying that. So, yeah, the 1,400, that's cute. But like, what? Like, what bills is $1,400 gonna pay?
None. For real.
Cable bill.
Like, unless you live in like Tulsa, Oklahoma, that $1,400 is gonna last you, I don't know, rent.
I mean, what he did was he just did the classic move. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put something on it. You know? Oh damn, your bills is X, Y, and Z. I got a little something for you. I'm gonna put something to it. You know what I'm saying? Put something on it. You like can't be mad at that. Or like you know what I'm saying? That's all.
Can't be mad at what?
President. You can't be mad at the sugar daddy of the country doing that. You know what I'm saying?
So let's go back. Let's go back. Because this 1400 was coming to us with or without Biden in office. So let's take that back. Because if we recall, the whole reason this 1400 got introduced, and I hate to, make it seem like I'm for Trump, but he was the one who said he was pushing for 2K. They said no, the Republicans. They said 600. Then the rest of that 2,000 is 1,400. That's where that number came from. So we're not going to make it seem like Biden, miracle worker, came out of nowhere and said, oh, snap, let's give the people 1,400. No, we were supposed to get 2K. They gave us 600 of that. So they owe us the rest of that 2K, which is 1,400.
But pimping is pimping, man. You got to respect his hand. You know what I'm saying? All he said was, I know that he promised you that, sweetheart. I got you, sweetheart. I got you. I'm going to give you the rest of your money. And y'all know y'all was talking that y'all wanted 40K for your student loans and all of that. I can't do that right now. Right now, Daddy don't got it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide you.
I'm sorry. I might have misspoke earlier with the 2K a month. I do recall him saying though that he was planning on giving for student loans. We were supposed to get 10K, like $10,000 forgiveness put towards our student loans. And that's what he said that he does not remember stating, even though he did.
That's what I'm saying. He's a sugar daddy. You got to remember, sugar daddy's a little old. So you just got to keep reminding them. That's all. So you got to know, you got to understand the game. Remind him a little bit. Just push him a little bit.
I need my 10K.
Where do you think that? Where is that?
I need my 10K.
Listen, if you waited 4 years,
I just got my master's degree. I got my undergrad and my master's now. 2 student loan debts put together. I need my 10K.
I'm gonna be honest with you, V. When you first went to college, did you start clapping them hands and said you need your degree, or did you wait for it?
What kind of question is that, Scoop?
I'll just answer it.
That is not even because first of all, that is a terrible analogy because that
did you walk into school and clap them hands like the beautiful Black woman that you are and said, I need that degree? Did you wait and work for it?
So I have to work for $10,000? Absolutely not. I'm not working for that.
But you have to wait for it. That's all I'm saying.
First of all, the student loan crisis in this country is a huge part of why we're suffering now, because people under the age of 50 can't afford to buy houses. They don't get approved for any sort of anything because the student loan debt is now a crisis to the point where it's like completely like unmanageable and unrealistic for people to really pay this back. Like, you have to put this to perspective. The Obamas finished paying their last student loan debt the year after Obama finished his last year in office, and he was in there for 8 years.
What?
But did they do it?
Yeah, they made their last student loan payment.
as rich as Obama is.
Well, see, it's not my fault that he.
But you got to think though, he got his law degree from he got his law degree from an Ivy.
He was paying $10 a month.
He was paying $10 a month. It's not our fault that he got the Netflix student loan package.
No. Y'all not gonna do that.
What I'm saying is, in the words of
right,
Scott,
but you got to think he went to Ivy Leagues. Like a regular law degree, you're looking at probably close to, if not 50K per year, and you have to go to law school for 3 years. Then he had an undergrad degree, and he also went to a good school for 4 years. He took out student loans for all of those. So it's like,
but
yeah, let me he's rich, but he's not going to drop a whole payment on
that's right
loans.
Go ahead, Scott. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I do have a question though. I feel you, and I agree that student loan is a problem in this country. But where you thought the money was coming from? Like, they were just going to disappear, the 10,000, because those are banks that loan that money, so they want their fucking money. So somebody got to pay that money. They're not going to say, nah, you signed a promissory note, so somebody paying that bread.
Well, the thing is,
all I know
when you go to
that
college,
somebody told Sally Mae she was
getting
$10K, and now Sally Mae's back in my voicemail asking for this $10K. That's all I know.
You know what? You tell Sally what Daddy told you. Daddy said, "I got you."
No, but
my
point is, don't trust politicians when they tell you that they about to forgive your student loans, because somebody got to pay for that shit. So, and if it's not you, it's gonna be the taxpayers. And so somebody is paying, and I don't think we should bank on, as students, people who have student loans, bank on the government to support us. We gotta bank on ourselves, and it's up to us to get ourselves out of debt. I don't think we can rely on. That's a fantasy, in my opinion.
Because that's why I said this. You just gotta take when he say I'll put something on it. Just gotta take it and appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate not getting the money I was owed.
Well, hold on.
Appreciate not getting the money I was promised. What am I appreciating? Being lied to?
He said it months ago. He said it months ago. Give him some time.
He said he was going to do this shit like the first week he was in office in 4K. Yeah, we talking about K's. He was in 4K. He's talking about, I'm going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to have ice cream every Friday. We're going to do this. We're going to strip clubs here. We're going to have barbecues here, reparations. As soon as he got in the office, and this nigga Trump again.
See, y'all not.
Trump put more money into the black community than Joe Biden ever has.
The sugar daddy said he gonna take care of it.
No, he not. He lied.
Listen, all y'all gotta do is sit back.
No,
give it some time, and let it happen.
I don't like how comfortable you is calling this man sugar daddy.
Listen, that's all the president is for the country. It's just a sugar daddy.
No.
You know what I'm saying? we got to understand as America when we sugar babies. See, y'all in denial, huh? Don't be in denial. We get made promises that sometimes might happen. You might get 20% of the promise, 40% of the promise. That's what sugar daddies do.
We just want her
sugar daddies have an agreement. Sugar daddies pay bills. Sugar daddies pay mortgage payments. Sugar daddies pay rent. Sugar daddies pay car notes. Sugar daddies pay for flights. Sugar daddies have incentives. Sugar daddies introduce you to other rich niggas that you can also make your sugar daddy.
So I'm glad you said all of that.
I'm not finished. Sugar daddies bring something to the table. What has this man brought to the table? If you say that $1,400, if you say that $1,400,
you ain't happy about that $1,400.
We was getting that $1,400 regardless.
It's not even here yet.
You ain't happy about that 14?
It's not.
First of all, last time I checked my bank account, I didn't see no deposit for $1,400.
So it ain't coming for.
And as everybody else that's getting that unemployment to turn back on, as anybody else whose businesses is being funded again, listen, ask them all. Now, all I'm saying is people are getting their money. Now, one thing everybody can tell you about a sugar daddy, in theory, they do all that stuff. But when you actually get them, it'd be like, hold on, baby, be patient. They promise you the world. They don't jump out the gate past.
Who did you talk to that got sugar daddies? Because I got friends who have. Who did you talk to?
Who is a sugar daddy?
That's none of you.
That's what it is. He's a finessing sugar daddy. That's what it is. The sugar daddies that I'm familiar with, they pay up front. So I don't know what you're talking about. That doesn't sound like a sugar daddy.
That sounds like a trick, but that's a whole nother conversation.
But to dispel that, the unemployment thing, we only got that for 1 month.
Oh, Jesus. Y'all sound ungrateful. Y'all don't want to give up no sugar. That's the problem.
What am I grateful for, Scoop?
We gave him the sugar when we put him in office.
Y'all.
That's a fact.
Scoop didn't vote. So.
I voted. Don't let me down.
We gave him all. We gave him black.
We got private chefs, security, 24/7.
He used us. He owed us. He owed us money.
In the words of Biden, I got y'all. Be patient.
He didn't say that.
Listen, I'm telling y'all what he really saying, y'all. Come on.
Look at you. You a Joe Biden spokesperson? Scoop. You a black man. He don't give a damn about you, Scoop.
Game, recognize game.
I'm just saying, black people in Delaware don't like Biden because of a lot of racial things that he's done in the past.
They always hate you on your hometown the most. Come on. Come on.
I want Trump back.
Dude, you sound like a black conservative.
When Trump was president, it ain't snow. We was getting money. It was good. It was good living. You ever miss somebody? Like, we appreciate it.
It's not Biden's fault that nobody told him how to work the weather machine. Let him give him some time, y'all.
But Trump knew how to use it.
Keith, you would be the one to miss Trump. You sound like the one to miss the toxic relationship.
It was summertime. You missed the January when Trump was president.
You missed the toxic relationships, Keith?
Yeah, like, it was a little bit.
No, see, the problem is y'all only remember COVID Trump.
Right.
Y'all don't want to remember Trump before COVID.
Well, he was chilling.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, we got all this money. We got all this money. Yeah, the last couple of months he was in office because of COVID.
Yes, he had to be a superhero right then and there. We needed a hero right then.
He was trying to get elected, Keith. What are you talking about?
Well, I should have did it. Obviously.
He was trying to get the pussy. That's what he was trying to do.
Well, guess
Joe
what?
did that. Well, guess what?
Guess what? Y'all gave me a transition. We done with this. He was trying to get what, Scott?
He was trying to get the box.
Speaking of that, Governor Cuomo, right? He's in trouble right now. Governor Cuomo is in trouble for sexual harassment. I mean, first this young lady came out, then a second young lady came out, then a third young lady came out. I mean, when it rains, it pours. And his brother has to report on it. Now,
ooh, that's awkward.
That is very awkward. So, Governor Cuomo, he's in trouble for sexual harassment. And one of the articles that I've read, the woman said, and I quote, he used to ask me weird questions, and I was very uncomfortable. Hold on, just let me do this. Let me do this. Let me have this. I was very uncomfortable. I was very uncomfortable with these questions. But I can remember in the height of all the sexual harassment, this day, like it was yesterday, and he asked me, "Are you open to dating older men?" And then he went on to say to me, a 25-year-old woman, that he is open to dating women in their 20s. And then, knowing that I am in a relationship, he had the nerve to ask me, am I 100% monogamous? The nerve of this man. And another young woman came out and said, and I quote, "Governor Cuomo tried to kiss me." The nerve of this man. Now, what do you guys think of these allegations? These egregious allegations that this man empowered the governor, not the mayor, not the man down the street that owned a poppy store, the governor of New York is putting these women through that work under him. Thoughts, please.
Go ahead, Keith.
Oh, me first?
You had a lot to say before. What's up? You quiet now.
Oh, me first? Well, I already smoked you now, but so let's talk about these women who, oh my God, he played 21 questions with me. He asked me, would I date an older man? Oh my God, I can't sleep at night knowing for the fact that he said, oh man, I really can use a hug during all this coronavirus stuff. It drove me crazy. I was going to cry. And then the other girl, and then someone told me at the job that he had a crush on me. So I stayed working there. And no matter what he said to me, he never touched me though. He never put his hands on me or anything. He would just say like really weird, random things. So instead of putting in my 2 weeks because I was unhappy, I just stayed there. And this third lady just came out. I don't know what she said. He probably asked her what sushi she wear. But when is enough? When are we going to start putting responsibility on women just to, leave? If you don't like your job, what do? Leave it. And I know what you're going to say. Women are scared. They're scared what the men of power will do. So that's Women History Month, isn't it? So let's talk about the women who really stood on what they had to talk about and really what they had to do. Since women are so scared nowadays that they have to, blow up stuff, Did Rosa Parks get about that damn seat? No, she did not get out that seat, did she? Rosa Parks.
Talk about it.
Rosa Parks stood in a white man's face and said, I am not getting up.
We are not going to sit
No.
Talk about black greatness.
Can I
talk about black
harassment
greatness?
From the governor? Okay.
Can I talk? So you think a white man back in Rosa Parks State wasn't more powerful than the goddamn governor?
A bus driver.
It was white
in
people.
America.
They could kill black people for free and not go to jail or nothing. All right, let's go back deeper then. Let's go to Harriet Tubman then. When Harriet said this was
Harriet Tubman,
she got smacked in the face with a
You
shovel.
could have used so many.
No, don't talk about me. What you say?
Completely unrelated examples.
Y'all asked them.
Y'all asked. Can I answer the question?
If
no, nobody asked for this. Nobody asked for this.
Answer the question.
Y'all asked Keith to talk.
Can I answer the question? Thank you, Scoop. Thank you.
I got you, Keith.
What question?
Harriet Tubman believed in something.
All I hear is judgment.
There we go. That's just judgment. Harriet Tubman believed in something, right? She said
she did. Yes, she did.
Did she leave?
Absolutely.
She got smacked in the face with a shovel, though, right?
And came right the fuck back. But go ahead.
To pick people up, since you want to bring that up. But after she got smacked in the face with a shovel, so she came back and forth to pick people up. But nowadays, women can't do nothing but cry over allegations. Oh, he did this. Just leave the job. Just leave the job. What's so hard about leaving?
Why are we comparing white women to black women?
Thank you.
Huh?
Are women not women?
Why are we
white woman and a black woman?
Are you serious right now?
So
we're going to really compare white women to black women?
I don't like where it's going. If y'all got thoughts on the Cuomo situation, I would like to hear them. Keith gave his.
I'm gonna just say that the governor of the fucking state of New York, with the financial center of the world, one of the most powerful states in the world, this is the governor of this place. Understand, right? Extremely powerful man who is making sexual advances on these women, trying to kiss her.
They interpreted that.
They interpret it, bro. If somebody asks your girl, yo, you 100% monogamous all the time, yo,
I like nigga, she was gonna leave the job.
No, but I'm asking you.
Sorry. Didn't you just finish your point, sir?
No, I got interrupted. I got interrupted 55 times.
No, want to get interrupted, people.
I got interrupted a lot of times.
Listen, if this rich white man, who is one of the most powerful people in the country, is coming at your woman with these type of questions, you probably gonna have a damn problem with it.
I'm just gonna handle it.
If he try to kiss your girl, you gonna have a problem with it.
You're gonna
so, and the reason I put it in this context is because clearly you don't have any sense to see it from a woman's perspective, as in how they are treated in the workspace and how these positions of power and these dynamics of power play in the roles of sexual harassment. And you have to understand that this man is extremely powerful. He can fire her, he can move her around, he can make sure that she never has a career in that state ever again. He can do many things if she disrespects him or she does something that he perceives as disrespect. So any semblance of any sexual advances within the workplace coming from somebody as powerful as him is a problem. Now, that doesn't mean that he's a sexual deviant or that he is just this horrible person, but it's inappropriate and it's unprofessional and it's not cool. That's not okay.
It's not sexual harassment. It's inappropriate.
What you say?
It's not sexual harassment. It's inappropriate. And to go off to the sense part, no, I just know women who not pussy and they're gonna stand up for themselves no matter how much.
Bro, but that doesn't have anything to do with what he's doing as a man. We're talking about him as a man. He a grown ass man. Is he not?
Talking about the okay?
Wait, does he not deserve accountability for his actions?
Hold on, because y'all getting heated. I would like to hear from the only woman.
Go ahead, be my fault.
Oh well, I mean, I think that Scott articulated everything I was going to say perfectly. The only thing I wanted to add. Well, before I go into what I want to go, Keith, you're wrong. The definition, according to Webster's dictionary, which is the English language that we all read, is that sexual harassment can include both verbal and physical actions of unwanted sexual advances. So him saying that would be a verbal sexual advance to her, regardless of how you look at it, and it's going to make her uncomfortable, and that harassment would be filed. I mean, that would be deemed sexual harassment in the workplace.
Did you say that to him?
You don't have to say it. You don't have to say that to someone.
How do I know I'm harassing you if you never say it?
You don't have to tell somebody that they're sexually harassing you in order for it to be deemed sexual harassment. That's not how that works.
All right,
now, the other thing I was going to note was that it's completely disrespectful and a smack in the face to compare white women to black women. That's disrespectful to your mother. That's disrespectful to every black woman who raised you and made you into the black man you are today. And I don't understand how you can really sit here and compare these three little white girls complaining about Andrew Cuomo to Harriet Tubman and Rosa Parks. What is wrong with you?
That's not what I did.
That's exactly what you did. That is exactly what you did. You used three little white girls, three little piglets who, yes, they did not stand up at work and had the audacity to bring up Rosa Parks and Harriet Tubman.
It's not what I said.
Are you kidding me?
It's not what I said.
And then when I said that we're going to compare black women to white women, you had the audacity to respond back and say to me, aren't women women? No, the fuck we're not. Because if we were, black wouldn't be treated the way that they are in this country. If they were, black wouldn't be the least paid out of anybody in this fucking country. If we were, black women wouldn't have to deal with the discriminations that we have to deal with. If we were, your mom wouldn't have had to work twice as hard as a white woman to raise the black man that you are today. So no, women are not women.
Well, to knock that one, mom didn't have to work too hard. We had money. But regardless of the fact, regardless of that nice thing.
Okay, keep disrespecting your mom. That's fine.
I didn't just how disrespect my mom. We had money.
Because you're comparing white women to black women and said that aren't women women. No, we're not. That's like me saying, aren't men? No, there's clearly a difference between how a white man and a black man is treated.
You were too prepared to go on this racial effort that you just went on. That's cute. But I said women in general have to stand up for themselves. No, I did not say white women. You can go back and listen to it.
No, I asked you a question and I said, are we comparing white women to black women? And your response to that is, aren't women women? Did everyone else hear that?
All women was not allowed to vote at one time, right? Then they all did white women not? So which one? When white women stood up and marched with black women because they couldn't vote and all that other shit.
Keith,
I
think Keith was
that's not even close to how Keith was. Black women weren't even allowed to march in the Women's March. What are you talking about?
I believe that Keith was comparing situations, not the women.
Thank you, Scoop.
And I think that is a difference because if you can compare. Hold on, I'm just saying it's a big difference because I can compare a situation that two individuals did similar things or could have did similar things without comparing the actual two individuals to each other. You're saying that you compare these little white girls to Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman is a different figure. He didn't compare their lives to each other. He compared the situation.
Fine. That's fine. But my thing is, though, you could have used examples. You could have used, there's examples of black women who stood out towards sexual harassment who you could have used. And I wouldn't have even made that argument. But you took two huge vocal women from Black history to compare to this. The person who started the Me Too movement was a black woman who was fighting against the sexual harassment that she dealt with.
Was slavery, all the slavery not sexual harassment? And
why?
Also with rape.
But wait, I have a question. It was more than that, but okay.
Before y'all continue, I do have a question. Women have to be powerful.
Wait, hold on, Keith. But why? Why was your first reaction to judge the women and not judge the governor?
Because what the fuck are we gonna do about this governor? Your actions. If I work at a job and my boss is doing weird stuff, I work their jobs at 16 years old and just left the job. I said what I had to say back to him. Don't talk to me like that. And I left the job. Why are you still working there if the boy acting crazy?
But what kind of job was it? Because there's levels to that. You can't.
Why does it matter?
It absolutely does matter. If you're working for the governor of New York and you want to work in government, and this is a job that could be a stepping stone into where your career takes you, there's a huge difference to that than whatever your job was at 16 years old.
So then take it. I don't hear nothing there. If you feel like your job is more important than your well-being, then take whatever you getting. I don't hear no complaints about it.
I think sexual harassment is punishable. It's a crime. It's crime. It's a crime, right?
Yeah. If it happened.
Am I correct?
I don't think that's a crime. I think it's more so like a social crime than an actual crime punishable by the law. It's like a crime like you have to resign.
It's more of like a HR thing.
Yeah.
Like it's inappropriate. You can get fired and things of that nature, but you're not necessarily going to go to jail.
And it's bad for his reputation. But to going back to I wanted to go revisit what Keith was saying about what are we going to do about the governor? The governor is elected in every 4 years, 6, right? If I'm not mistaken. And you know who votes for him, right, Keith? Taxpayers, the people. And so his constituency. And so if his behavior is not up to the standards of his constituency, then yes, he absolutely should be held accountable and can be held accountable accordingly. And so my problem with what you did, Keith, was that you decided that I'm going to talk about these women who are telling the world about their experiences rather than talking about the person that is accused of said actions.
I can't. What I'm going to blame?
I think that
there's no facts to this yet.
Because it has to be.
He said he did it.
No,
I was about to say he said that
he never denied that he did it.
That's he literally said.
The article said he never. He said
no. In the article, it did say. In the article, it did say that he said he did ask
these questions.
I don't know.
So I mean, I guess So are we talking about the questions of, are you willing to date an older man? Right.
Yeah, he said he didn't know. Yes, he said he did not know if these questions were going to make her uncomfortable. He didn't know that. That's what he said. It wasn't his intention to make her uncomfortable with this line of questions.
Right. So
with that being said, though, that refutes Keith's point, though, and that him trying to say, "Oh, that's not proven." No, that's cap because it is, and he never refuted that.
Right, but is it sexual harassment?
You know what I'm saying? Huh?
So him asking,
that would be sexual harassment.
Right, so I'm saying him asking, is she willing to date older men? I mean, he didn't say,
why are you having that?
Do you fuck old guys? Huh?
You're the fucking governor. Why would you talk to your employees like that?
Tonight, it's like so weird. Like Scotty, you Captain Feminist. It's so. No,
I'm not. I'm really not. I'm
ask women if they would date older men. And he just asked the fucking question.
But I mean, that was one of the questions he asked, along with other questions. So when you put that all together,
she said the height of it. I'm just going with the height. I'm going with this case of the height. That's
right. But I'm saying there was other questions of like, was she monogamous in her relationship?
Right.
And then if somebody asks you, if an older man comes to me as a woman and says, "Oh, are you faithful to your boyfriend?" And I'm like,
you're going to assume,
like, "Oh, well, do you date older men?" Then yes, that's a line of questions. The one question might not be inappropriate, but the line of questions and the questioning is absolutely sexual harassment.
So I have to ask you a question though. In order to get to sexual harassment, you have to assume that he's being sexual. It's not like it's directly sexual. You have to assume that, right?
I don't,
because you said the line of questions is leading to something, but so that means it didn't directly take you there. It's leading to something.
I don't get what you're saying.
What I'm saying is, if somebody asks you those line of questions, like you just said, which are the ones that she said that were the height of the sexual harassment, those aren't in and of itself, in a vacuum, that's not a sexual thing. That's something that you have to interpret as sexual and say he's being this way, and you know that he's being this way, because dating doesn't equate sex.
No, but the problem,
sexual harassment doesn't have to be just sex. Like,
I mean, the word is sex.
But
sexual harassment.
Go ahead, Scott. What were you going to say?
First of all, sex is in many different forms. Sexual harassment comes in many different forms, like V just said, and Webster. It can be
right, but what I'm saying, sex. Though, what is sex? What is sex, guys?
No, Scoop. We're talking about sexual harassment. We're not talking about sex. And sexual harassment can be
the base word of
and physical. Sexual? No, we're talking about sexual harassment. Stop trying to change what we're talking about.
I'm not saying. No, I'm asking you exactly what we're talking about.
No,
what is the base word in sexual?
Hold on. Do I have to pull up the definition?
What is the base word in sexual?
No, but we're talking about
what is the base word in sexual? And what is the base word in harassment? Sex harassment.
Sexual harassment. Harassment in a workplace or other professional or social situation involving the makings of unwanted sexual advances or obscene remarks.
Sexual.
or obscene of remarks. Both things included.
What I'm saying is, referring to what Keith said, if he asked her in the height, are you open to dating older men? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to sit here and say that a whole hoopla needs to be made about a whole sexual harassment situation. If it needs to be dealt with inappropriate, it's different. It's levels. But it's different. Like, I think that the level of sexual harassment or the level of how inappropriate it is doesn't go all the way there. That's just my opinion.
I respect your opinion. What I didn't respect, and know my whole problem, was what Keith did. And he didn't do what you just did. You said, oh, I don't think it's deserving of this much attention. Okay, I can respect that to a degree. What I can't respect is Keith attacking the women who came out and said this happened to them. That's out of pocket. When you didn't say nothing about the governor.
His accusation. And to go back to it, I just read the article again that he said the governor did not deny that he asked Ms. Bennett the questions. He stated that he never made it to feel that way. And then he also said that he thought he was being a mentor to her. And he never meant to make her feel uncomfortable. He never admitted that he said any of these things. But back to the point, being, I didn't attack the woman because what?
I'm asking you, why did you decide?
I just wanted to get to the point. Why did I what?
Why did you make the decision to attack the women? Like that's what happens though. That's a common thing though. That's what I'm trying to say. Like women will come out and say, yo, this happened to me. And then people be like, the woman, she's a hoe, she's this, she's that. What about the fucking person who she's accusing?
I'm not saying those things, but
I'm not saying you said that. I'm talking in general sense. And I'm saying what you're doing is a contribution to that.
I got you. But earlier my mother was brought up. So this is why I think the way I think. My mom not pussy. So if a guy doing that to her, she's gonna handle it right then and there. We're not gonna wait 6 or 3 years later. I grew up around strong women. Now we can make a black woman. I grew up around strong white women too. But you know what? Women, not women. I don't even know how I brought that up. But I know women who gonna handle it right then and there and not gonna wait and talk about it. If you really want to push this and you really believe this man is being out of pocket to you, don't wait. Handle it. Stop making women weak. Because that's what I feel like we're making women weak. Oh, I'm so sorry, woman. You no, handle that joint right then and there. My dad posed a question: are women taking things too far? Do women got too much power in what they say? An accusation can ruin a man's whole life. T.I., Cuomo, he probably is a freaky old man. But so what? Like, handle that right then and there. Why are we waiting to talk about this? You want me to be like, oh man, I really feel bad for this chick. No, sis. Handle your life and handle what you got to handle right then and there. That's not weak. That's how
I think it's easier to speak this way from your perspective, though. I think we have to consider people's situations and in the context in which this happened. This happened in the workspace to the man that writes her checks, the man that provides her employment.
So what? If you feel like something wrong, you gonna keep on taking it?
I don't know, man.
If you feel like something wrong, you gonna keep on taking it.
I think as a man, my perspective is different than a woman. So because I was raised.
That's why I brought up my mother. If my mom getting treated wrong, she's not gonna take it. She's gonna leave.
A strong black woman.
And that settles that. Now, I do want to pose a question for the men.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. I had a cousin who dated a white girl. White, all white.
Like a Becca?
Republican parent white. Let's do Republican parent white.
Okay.
She was getting treated bad at the job. That's what good sis did.
What good sis did?
Quit the goddamn job.
She quit?
Because a strong-minded person don't have to do with race. I don't know why that's a thing right now, but to be strong-minded don't got to do with the color of your skin. You're going to stand up for what you believe in no matter what, because that's how you feel inside your heart.
I gotta write that down. We might have to talk about that another day.
So you don't think there's a responsibility on the governor to change his behavior?
I'm not worried about him. I can't. If somebody else's actions, you can't stop.
But you're worried about the woman though.
I want you to do better as women. Yeah, I want the women to do better.
But you don't want the man to do better as a man.
He done. He's 60. What I'm gonna tell him to do?
He's the governor. He's the literal governor.
Don't ask these young girls questions.
Should the governor of one of the most important states in the world, literally one of the most important territories in the world, should he not be held to a much higher standard?
If he did it, he out of pocket and he should be fired.
I'm just asking. No, I'm
if
not
he
even
did it, then yes.
Shoot your shot, governor. I mean, I'm just saying. Say no.
if old head did it, he should be fired. Yes. But instead of letting this man keep on going, because the first girl could have stopped him. She let him live.
Ain't they having an investigation on this?
Huh?
Ain't they having like an investigation on this or something?
They do have an investigation going on.
Who's paying for this investigation?
The state.
Oh man, that's our trillion right there. 15 people gonna die of coronavirus because they couldn't get vaccines because we was worried about this man saying, "Do you date older men?" There you go, right there. That's your ripple effect right there. Taxpayers' money is being spent on an investigation on him asking women
questions,
their preference. All right,
you would be remiss to find out the frivolous things your money is being spent on, Scoop.
Oh, I know. That's what I know. That's why I brought it up. I know. Listen. This country investigates so much bullshit, and they do so much bullshit with our tax money. Crazy. So everybody want to talk about, oh, the people on welfare is taking all the tax money. No, they're not. It's a lot of bullshit our tax money is being spent on. But go ahead, P. It's Women's History Month. We gotta let you talk.
I'm really trying not to go for Keith today, but I just feel like he's triggering me. I don't understand how you really sat here and gave an example of one strong white woman and then proceed to say that the color of your skin has nothing to do with being strong-minded. Black women were forced to be strong. Like, so I hear what you're saying. Like, yes, that's an example of a white woman who was strong-minded and chose to leave her position and move forward with her career. That's fine. That's a great example. But I just don't want to put out that narrative that white women, Black women, actually, I don't even want to just say Black women. I'm just speaking on Black women because I'm Black. But women of color, period, in this country are forced to be stronger than white women, period. Like the way that these systems are built are to protect white women because of I'm not gonna go into all of that.
You're saying there's more circumstances than just.
Yeah, I just don't think that that's a fair statement for you to make it seem like race doesn't play a role in that, because it absolutely does. Again, I get your example. That's great. That's fine. But historically and statistically, and just based off of all of the studies that have been done through psychologists and just historians across the board in this country, Black women and women of color, period, have always had to be stronger than white women. So I just don't think that's a fair statement for you to make. And that's
okay. I want to table that. I think that's a good one. You got something to say, Keith, but I kind of want to table that.
I think you strongly holding on to the fact that the people I brought up were Black, which wasn't the main point of what I was saying. And it's like, really, you want to do this Black versus.
Well, no, I said that because of the fact that you said that you brought up a white woman, and then at the end of it, you said that your race doesn't make you strong. If you're strong-minded, you're strong-minded. And that's fine. That's fair. But I'm just saying that you can't say that in general, because women of color in general in this country have to be stronger than white women. That's all I was saying.
But there's also weak Black women though that aren't strong.
That doesn't negate my argument at all. That still does not negate that at all.
That if you're strong-minded, you're strong-minded.
You're strong-minded. I got you.
I don't know why you keep on bringing race into it. I know you want to make this a Black and white thing, but it's not there. I'm just talking about your mindset. You trying to pick an argument about something I'm not even talking about.
I'm not picking an argument. I was saying my thing, and then Scoop said he was going to move on, and you responded. Yeah, you want to argue.
So we're gonna move on. We're gonna make that a quarter another day. It's getting spicy. We're gonna make that another day.
I want to bring race.
Is it genetic? Is it genetic, or is it just based off of circumstances? That's a whole nother argument for a whole other day. Now, fellas, real quick, let's lighten this thing up, or let's get heavy. If Cuomo approached your girlfriend with these 21 questions, are you pulling up on the governor about you and yours?
Fuck no. You ain't fucking pulling up to the governor. You crazy?
You ain't gonna have no words?
You're not gonna pull up to the governor about your girl, Scott? Don't talk to me about women ever again, dog. You just most.
I can be pussy. I got some pussy.
So
You see this? You see this? You see that? You see?
So you saying you wouldn't approach the situation because of who?
Him.
No, I'm saying hold on, because of who it is, or are you saying you wouldn't approach the situation in any situation?
No, because of who it is. Yeah, because of who it is.
So if it was Ronald that worked at McDonald's,
oh yeah, I'm pulling up a Ronald. I'm pulling up a Ronald immediately. Ronald getting pulled up.
So Keith, what you doing? You pulling up?
I don't even. Scott definitely not my cousin. If my girl feel like she being disrespected, yes, I'm pulling up. I don't care if it's Jesus.
You pulling up on the Lord?
Hey. Jesus. What you say, Jesus?
So Keith,
you talking about look at my skin color? That's your girl, bro. You supposed to die over your girl.
And I'm gonna throw my life away.
You supposed over your woman. Yes, you supposed to. How you just give us a long soliloquy how much you love women and how much women mean to you, but you scared to die over your girl?
I'm not saying I'm
so perplexed about what's going on right now. What's your mindset between women? How much you want to protect them versus what you scared about?
The Bible says there's no greater love than a man laying down his life for his friends. Now you're not gonna lay down your life
for your woman. If somebody disrespecting your woman, you not gonna pull up.
No, I just said I would, but my point is that I'm not pulling up on the gut. Certain people are unpullable up on, if that makes sense. Some people you should not pull up on.
No, but you listen. You shouldn't have been. According to you, you shouldn't have been asking my woman these questions, bro.
You knew
I was in the picture because you asked her was she monogamous, bro.
Bro, that's like saying
at the end of the day, you gonna at least talk on the phone or something, cousin.
Bro, that's like saying you gonna pull up on prime Mike Tyson for catcalling your girl. Like, no, you're not doing that, bro. You gonna take that shit.
I'm pulling up, bro. Stop telling us what we're gonna do.
Y'all be laid the fuck out in front of your girl.
You see that last name sitting right there? Don't tell us what we're gonna do. Huh?
And y'all be laid
for cops.
So wait, y'all would get shot. Y'all would get shot for a verbal exchange between your girl and the governor.
So you making it seem like that verbal stuff. Hold on, Scoop. Is that verbal stuff not that serious now? Scott?
It is serious, but it's not serious
because you're making it seem like it's not that serious anymore.
Get arrested.
When it involves you getting your ass whooped, it don't seem to be that serious no more.
We're not talking about an ass whooping. We're talking about the governor who has social, Secret Service.
Ronald from McDonald's got guns too, bro.
He probably got more than
they not secret fucking service. Are y'all crazy?
It's more likely, if we're gonna talk statistics, it's more likely that Ronald from McDonald will shoot you before the governor or his Secret Service agents. If we speak in statistics.
Yeah, that's because people not dumb enough to fuck with Secret Service agents.
Did you not see what just happened in January?
Oh yeah, you're right.
We just had a whole bunch of people pull up.
Again, Scoop, skin tone. Again,
I seen black people in there too.
It was a black guy walking on camera. But you even said Mike Tyson though. You said you're not pulling up on Mike Tyson over your girl.
I am not pulling up on Mike Tyson, bro. Yo, Jadakiss, Jadakiss. We all know the Locks, right? The Locks. These are the killers, right? Gangsters. But like, nah, we are not pulling. They was in front of Mike, and Mike was talking to one of their friends. That was a chick. Cat calling her.
They friends. So you thought that was not their wife.
And they didn't do nothing. Cause it's fucking Mike.
They said something.
They did, yeah, pussy.
They was like, yo, Mike, come on, Mike, you gotta chill, Mike.
You gotta chill. Come on, Mike, laughing and shit. Yeah, I remember.
And then they huddled up and said, we're gonna have to poke Mike. That's what you know what I'm saying? if Mike keep playing, we're gonna have to poke Mike. So don't bring out that story like I don't know the exact story you're talking about. They huddled up and said, we're gonna have to listen. They said, sheet loose, you're gonna be the one to get knocked out. But after you get knocked out, I'm gonna poke Mike. So stop. Come on. They was pulling up.
We just shot the hell out of Mike inside there.
That's all. That's it. That's all.
Hey, I'm just saying, yo, Keith ain't like that. You ain't got that type of body, Keith. You're not pulling up on Mike if he can't call your girl.
Listen, we've been in plenty of places. And I've acted for plenty of places. I'm pulling up on anybody who say anything crazy.
All right. You can say it.
I got a question for Miss Venice. Venice, if our beautiful vice president This cat is trying to holler at your man at work. You gonna say something, or you just gonna leave it alone?
Wait. So if Kamala, hold on.
if she like, you really faithful to that girl?
I mean Kamala. No, I'm not saying nothing to her.
All right. That's respectable. You're not pulling, are you pulling up from Letitia at Letitia from McDonald's or nobody?
Absolutely.
Oh, all right. Okay, so you and Scott on the same page at this one. You're like, hey sis, hey good sis, stay on the fries, stay in your business that pays you. Get away from my bed. All right, I got you. All right, I get where y'all coming from.
You gotta be strategic, bro. That's how you stay alive.
Okay, I got you. Be strategic and stay alive. So today, what we're gonna do is, for time purposes, we're gonna mix our "Was I Wrong" and our romance with Ro, because Keith has a story for us.
Oh man! Speaking of white people being weaker.
Come on. We was doing good. We was that. V, I don't like how much V enjoyed that though. V was prepared not to laugh at nothing you said. Like that.
V is
I didn't laugh at all.
Oh, I seen it I seen it under you. He was like, your shoulders moved a little bit, V.
V like she about to smack the shit out you, V. Like she
I'm triggered.
He's triggered.
Be glad I'm out of Philly.
But so, we just got a Black History Month. You should treat Black people great during Black History Month. But I took my son out.
Don't act like you care about Black people now. Proceed.
Oh snaps.
Race doesn't matter.
And that's the example of someone without a strong mind. But so back what I was doing when I was taking my son out for his birthday,
I wasn't strong, I wouldn't be interrupting the fuck out of you right now. But proceed.
It sound like we got a court. You know what? I'm bringing y'all to this. Hey, go ahead.
Yeah, can you stop interrupting so we can have a good productive show? Thank you. So for my son's birthday, he wanted to go out to eat. Mom said he wanted to go to Fridays. I don't believe my son said that. I said, son, we do better than Fridays, but that's what happened. So it's me, my baby mom, her other son, her husband, and Tanil, and my son, of course. And we all eating and stuff, but the mindset of mine is like, well, how people gonna make this bill happen? Like, this half more of your family here than mine. Like you took my son in, right? So I feel like man to man. We supposed to split this. Or maybe even like, hey man, I got you, I'll pay more, But strangely enough, when the bill came, he started talking to Tanil more and like ain't make eye contact with me not one bit. Not one single bit. And his wife got a drink. His child got, some fries on the side, maybe 2 or 3 fries, extra seasoned. It might have been crab fries. Not
crab fries. I was about to say.
It might have been crab fries.
With a cheese cup.
Not just crab fries, crab curly fries.
Crab curly fries.
If you mother will. And my son got chicken tenders and some fries, She got salmon, whatever else you want to call it, Tanil got her island tray. And he ain't paid for a goddamn thing. I paid for the full bill. Now, granted, I was fresh off of a nice unemployment check. And it was $900 on top of that,
Oh, okay.
But that's besides the point. Just because I was up, don't mean I want to spend money. I just want to ask, was this weaker-minded man wrong?
What did he offer?
No.
Did he reach in his
Tanil the whole time?
Tanil is your girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, on that day, she might piss me off later.
Oh, jeez.
But no, yeah. And then just talk to her. Oh, so y'all planning on having kids? Not if I gotta keep on paying for goddamn bills. We won't be having none, motherfucker. I ain't gonna be able to afford one. Was he wrong for not
absolutely
to pay or even pay?
I'm jumping in already. My bad.
Am I wrong for being the man and the dad of the child's birthday for feeling like he should have paid?
take this, Scott?
I don't know. That's a hard question. Cause I don't know. He boy white, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you're wrong. You should have made him pay. 100%. Yeah, we're not supporting white people.
Reparations, bro.
Yeah. We support black business over here. Oh yeah, you're 100% wrong.
Your ancestors are somewhere pissed
off. You paying for this white man food? After all we've been through, Keith.
After everything we've been through, right?
Right. He probably got all lives matter in his bio, and you pay for his damn food. Come on, dog.
And then he was sexually harassing my girlfriend while we were sitting there.
Right. And he was trying to flirt with you.
Answered all them questions. What's wrong with him?
Bro. He was playing 21 questions. You should have pulled up on his ass.
I just said, all right. I'm talking all this crazy shit. I should have smacked him.
And you paid for his damn meal.
You should have pulled up.
I know, took Cuomo out to eat. Oh, you know what?
Hey.
Oh, man.
What you think, Scoop?
I'm like, go ahead, Scoop.
Oh, all right. So here's my thing. He was definitely wrong for not even offering, right? Even if you might not have it, at least offer it, act like you left your wallet, something. You know what I'm saying? As a man, you know what I'm saying? I'm married. I got my children here. You know what I'm saying? I understand it's your son's birthday party, but as a man, I can't just allow you to go ahead and, you know, do the whole thing. Cause I mean, all right, call me childish, but from my understanding, Keith's the only one at the table that had both women. Huh? Huh?
Hold on now.
I'm just saying, it's my girl and my baby mom. So that means, huh? At least I got to show what I got to be like, I got to pay for something. You know what I mean? I got to do a little something around here. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I understand 100% where you was coming from. You know what I'm saying? Because as your cousin, we share the same last name. My pride runs deep. You know what I'm saying? Especially if we somewhere like Fridays. Ain't no way I wasn't paying for the whole situation. But you better at least not allow me to. Like, bruh, slide it in my pocket when it's done. Something. We got to have the same level, something. Because now I'm worried about, I'm worried about what you're teaching my son while I'm not around.
Marquis said he slime boy his cash app. He got to the end of the day.
I mean, listen, so like what you teaching my boy, man? What kind of morals you was instilling when I'm not around, acting like you ain't paying for something? Huh? What's going on around these parts? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. No, you're not wrong. Yes, he is wrong. Listen, fellas, if you out, take care of your business, man. And your wife and your kids is your business. If you need a clarification.
Scoop, I think we need the female perspective, Scoop.
Oh, absolutely. So you know, the strong black female. Come on, don't do me like that.
So from my perspective, if that was my husband, I would have been completely embarrassed that he let you pay for that whole check. And I definitely would have been highly upset because it's like, one, their child is there along with your son. So when you really split it, it's 3 and 3. It's his family, your family, right? I mean, granted, of course, he took your son in, but I'm just saying, like, your son, that's your biological son. His biological child is there. He's with his wife. You're with your girlfriend. So I just don't understand how he justified in his mind that it was appropriate for you to pay for him, his child, who has nothing to do with you, no shade, but nothing to do with you, and his wife, who, yes, is the mother of your child, but that's his wife. Like, if I was your child's mother, I would have been livid with him because that's humiliating. In reference to you, I agree with Scoop. I feel like I don't understand how his pride didn't get affected by that, because it's like you literally had both women. So it's like, how are you not, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you not feel a type of way like that? Like, that's just, I don't know. Like, that's weird to me.
You're right.
That is some weird
He
behavior.
literally had more real estate at the table than anybody.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
my child, Come on now.
And sir, what are we doing? Like,
what boy do for a living?
Oh, come on now.
Not much. That's Ronald at McDonald's. Keith's the governor.
And he can split a TGI Fridays check. And Keith can do that off of unemployment. I don't know what this man does, and I don't need to know. That's all I'm saying.
I know what he don't do. Pay bills. That's all I need to know.
Between Was Our Own Story and the hit we gonna have out for me, I might not be here next week.
Yeah.
Me first, my baby mama V, but I'm glad I got to share the story with y'all.
Keith, you got a lot more intestinal fortitude than I did.
We got a question. Did he leave the tip, Keith?
This is going to sound. Never mind. I'm not going to say it. Go ahead.
My son left the tip.
Your son.
Listen,
the birthday boy.
The birthday boy left the tip.
What's your son's last name? Huh?
He's a Robinson.
All right, then. That's all that needs to be said about that.
He left the tip.
He left the tip.
I gave my son probably like $200 or so for his birthday.
How old is he?
5.
Okay.
5-year-old. That's what I'm talking about.
He rich. He rich.
You know what I'm saying?
He gotta live, you know?
He rich now.
You don't offer Fridays. Oh, anyway. I don't
you making that NBA money at 5.
That's literally McDonald's that you gotta wait for food at. Whatever. Anyway.
His dad paid for WNBA. Sorry.
Making that China money.
Yeah.
Barely.
All right, well, I guess the moral of the story is we are all in agreement today, which is slightly surprising after all of that hoopla at the beginning.
Well, Scott said I was wrong.
Scott, you said Keith was wrong?
I did. It was Black History. He paid for a white man in Black History.
Me, like,
ridiculous.
Scott brought up really good points to me that I let my girl get sexually harassed and I didn't do nothing about it and I paid for him.
In front of your face.
In front of my army.
You're right.
I'm a hypocrite, if you will.
All that talking you did.
That talking, and I didn't even think about the fact. And then what y'all said was like, I had both women. He was trying to have both women too.
He was trying to even the score.
And it worked for one.
I got it. He was trying to even the score. I got it now.
Score. I don't like to curse too much, but I got bitched.
You did. Tell Tanil we calling on Sarah Bloom. It's time for her to come.
It's time to go. Time for her to tell her story.
It's time for her to tell her truth, Keith.
Hey,
what happened on that sweet day?
Tell her to tweet hashtag me too.
Me too. And that's where we're gonna leave it. Now, next up, we got the finale of the show. It's called TalkHvy Quarter. Now, this is a segment where we pick a topic and we argue that topic tooth and nail. The first round, 2 minutes. Rebuttal round, 1 minute. Today we have Scott, aka Scotty, aka Little Sip.
Whoa.
You like that one?
That ain't never been in my repertoire nickname.
You say Little Sip? Is that what you mean?
No, that ain't never.
What you sipping on, Scott? What you sipping on, Scott?
Don't put that on my jacket. No, that's my dad's nickname. That's why he calls me Little Sip. Because my dad's nickname is Sippy. But that ain't never been in my
shit. Keep
cricket letter I. Oh, back. Okay, P Valley. I see where we going.
Okay, P Valley. You know what I'm saying? Against the one and only Scoop Burgundy. And today we are arguing who has or had the bigger impact overall, LeBron James or Tiger Woods? Scoop Burgundy is taking Tiger Woods. Scotty is taking LeBron James. Now we'll flip a coin and find out who goes first.
That's why.
So if y'all want to, I'll flip the coin. I'll promise I'll be fair.
Nah, I got
one. I'll let that man.
So who's picking? I feel like Scoop picked last time, so Scott heads or tails?
Tails.
Ooh.
Oh, V, come on. You done dropped it behind the bailiff.
Let's try that again.
V, you got some strong fingers. V, damn.
It's tails. It's tails.
That's that black woman fingers. Come on,
tails. All right, go ahead, Scoop.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, y'all gonna do
all right, hold on. I gotta get my phone because I threw it. Give me a second.
I feel like I'm being bamboozled. Hoodwinked.
This is cheating.
You feel the cheatiness?
I feel it. I feel it in there. They obviously
working together. They in cahoots. Now, hold on.
Y'all,
let me see your background.
Got the same last name. Y'all in fucking cahoots. I don't want to hear this.
V, you with Scott? Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, put your arm out like this.
Y'all got the same last name.
Y'all stupid. All right, Mr. Like Burgundy, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, 2 minutes on the clock and go.
So the question is, who has a bigger impact, Tiger Woods or LeBron James? And I'm going with Tiger Woods. The reason I am going with Tiger Woods is because Tiger Woods is a barrier breaker. Now let's think about that. What barriers did LeBron James break? He's a great person, but none. Before LeBron James, there were great basketball players. Everybody watched the basketball and people won multiple rings. People killed the stats and all of that way before LeBron James. He broke no barriers, but you talk about Tiger Woods, who's the first Black person to ever win the Masters. He's the first sports billionaire. You know why? Because he has the bigger impact. Now, let's talk about fan makers. Before Tiger Woods, there was a few people watching golf. Before LeBron James, everybody watched basketball. Basketball was one of the most popular sports in the world. Now, let's talk about what Tiger Woods did. Before he got in the game, 7.4 ratings. After he got in the game, 9.5. That's a great bump. Then he left. The ratings went down, not surprisingly. The year he came back, the ratings went up 29%. That's what you call Tiger Woods effect. That's what you call impact. Now, let's talk about how many people started playing golf just because of Tiger Woods. You say, Justin, how do you know? Well, there's numbers to support it. Before Tiger Woods, there were roughly 24.4 million people that were playing golf in the world. After Tiger Woods, that bumped. You can look it up. 30 million people. Just because Tiger Woods came in the game, we got 6 more million people that's playing a whole entire sport because of this man. Now, what do you say? It got to stop there. No, he made other golfers more money. LeBron James didn't make no money. Everybody was millionaires before LeBron James came in the game. Before Tiger Woods came in the game, only 10 players made $7 million. After he left the game, at least 150 players signed contracts for over 10 million bucks. Impact.
I can't hear y'all.
Don't you do that to me.
We having technical difficulties?
V, did you want to hear the last couple stats?
No.
No.
Sorry, y'all.
Where did the stats in? I have more numbers, V, if you want some more.
No, I heard you up until the last second and then my sound went out. But it's fine. I took my headphones out. All right. Very good opening, Scoop. You came to play. You ready, Scott?
Yes, ma'am. All
right. Ready and go.
So we talking about somebody that we all know. LeBron, Raymond, James Sr. Born December 30th, 1984. This man is in his junior year of high school, 11th grade. They were calling him the chosen one. He received the biggest endorsement deal out of any NBA rookie ever. Over $12 million a year by Nike. This man is a 4-time NBA champion, went to 10 finals, 8 straight, 4-time finals MVP, 2-time Olympic gold medalist. This man is incredible. He's made Nike billions upon billions of dollars. He has a $1 billion contract with Nike. We talk about sports billionaires. LeBron is it. So he has. Let's talk about his philanthropy. We going outside of basketball. We talking about impact. Let's talk about the impact within the community. He gives back. He proceeds to. Everybody remember the decision when he went to Miami Heat? The proceeds, $2.5 million, went to the Boys and Girls Club. Oh, also he donates to the Children's Defense Fund, supporting kids for hunger, health problems, water, etc. Oh, also it donated to Muhammad Ali's exhibit to celebrate Muhammad Ali, one of the best sports figures of all time. How about the I Promise School, where he pays for bikes, school supplies, college tuition for the kids, training for the parents of the children, transportation to the school. He gives out bikes in Akron, Ohio. We talking about real impact that affects people in their everyday life who aren't given the same privileges that he wasn't. Let's talk about it. That's true impact. On top of what he does in this sport.
All right. Swoop, you ready for your rebuttal?
Yes.
Okay, get started.
I'm glad you brought up schools, you know what I'm saying, because Tiger Woods, he inspires an entire generation. You know, after Tiger came into the league, from his inspiration, 10,000 schools added golf as a competitive sport in their school, affecting roughly 50,000 children doing the sport, and a lot of them going on to become some of the top golfers in the world. Now, you know, not to bash LeBron James, but nothing that he's done hasn't been done before. You talk about the decision. He's not even the most famous or the most impactful Miami Heat player. Not even the most impactful Laker. Not even the most impactful basketball player. Not even the most impactful number 23. Actually, I think he's the third Cavalier after Ron Harper and Kyrie Irving. No, but anyway, you know what I mean? We can talk about Tiger Woods' impact. It's great. It's way beyond LeBron James. LeBron James is good, but he's not there yet.
Wow.
I'm ready.
You ready, Scott?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready to get on it. Let's talk about how LeBron is speaking out against white supremacy with his platform. The more than the athlete, he led the charge during this George Floyd situation, and every athlete followed his lead during this situation. Are you kidding? Like, LeBron has so much impact that when he made this decision and from going from the Cleveland to Miami, every other player started doing the same thing in free agency. Started leaving, making their own decisions, getting more money because of it, doing what they wanted to do as players. That is all because LeBron being the catalyst. And let's talk about a man by the name of Skip Bayless. This man has generated $10 million a year. That's a salary on being a LeBron hater. This man makes an entire career out of hating LeBron. He's making money for everybody. They talk about him every day. Are you kidding? LeBron's impact is beyond Tiger Woods' impact. It's not even. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Y'all both just took this a direction I did not expect.
I don't even know where to. Scott never.
This nigga brought up Skip Bayless.
I don't think Scott answered the question.
It is. I did. That's impact right there. What are you talking about? That's impact.
He said it with passion. Like
Impact.
Let's pick up Skip Bayless.
Oh, Keith, I'm gonna let you go first.
All right, maybe me and V won't agree on this. I don't feel like Scott answered the question ever. Scott started off with born in 1963. His junior year of high school. Scott,
why did LeBron's middle name was Raven until today? Fuck that. I had no idea that nigga's middle name was Raven.
You brought up his championship. You brought up the decision. Scott, none of those things have to do with the question at hand. Scoop started bringing up TV stats and how he changed this and changed that. Scott, I really don't thought you thought what the question was, and I don't know what Skip. You know, I swear to God, if we don't air you out the same way she aired me out about these white women, you brought up Skip Bayless. What you bring up? What is Skip got to do with anything?
You just gonna skip over all the other things I talked about?
Scott.
Wait. But he just gonna skip over all the things I said.
Wait, the judges are talking.
All right,
I'm talking.
But he gonna skip. All right, go ahead.
Can somebody mute his mic, please?
Scott, you didn't say nothing. I'm trying to work through the stuff you didn't like. You said absolutely, positively nothing that showed me why LeBron has a bigger impact in the world than Tiger Woods. You told me weird stuff he did in Cleveland. Okay, he got a bigger impact in Cleveland. But that's just about it, Scott. I'm sorry, man. But I just got. Oh man, I didn't want you light up. It's just so disappointing in you, Scott. Scoop won. Scoop cleared you. He served you. Easy.
Okay, is it my turn?
It's your turn. Skip Bayless, Scott. That's the best name. You can at least have Shannon Sharp, my nigga. You said Skip Bayless. Go ahead.
And he makes $10 million a year.
Skip Bayless was your biggest analyst you could bring up.
He the highest paid analyst.
I couldn't hold that one in.
That's the highest paid analyst.
I held it in when Scoop was coming at LeBron not being the most impactful 23 and talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers. I held that one in. But when this nigga had to, at least when Scoop brought that point up, he was saying that to refute LeBron being influential. You brought up Skip Bayless.
Fucking what? What did we learn from your argument?
Okay. All right, let me go back. So serious. I will say first, can I ask a clarifying question from Scoop, who told us what this was? Were we asking on who was more influential or who was more impactful? Because I do think that's different.
Impactful.
Okay.
Wait, what's the difference between the two?
I'll explain that later. So, in reference to that, I'll say, wow, okay, so Scoop, you did a great job with really shedding light on all of the things Tiger did that I feel like wasn't public knowledge. Like I wasn't aware of like the schools, making golf a sport. I think that is a huge impact, right? Because now you're encouraging the youth to play golf. Bringing up like the ratings, like that's huge, the jump of the ratings and then seeing it fall and come back up again. Real good points. Bringing up just, him being the first Black, even though he doesn't want to be Black, but we'll leave that alone. We'll just leave that alone, because I don't want to trigger nobody with race today. So, but him being the first Black to do, so many different things in golf. And I think you had a very valid argument against LeBron in the fact of, yes, LeBron is great, but there were greats that were Black in the NBA before LeBron doing exactly what LeBron is doing. Scott, I think you brought up good points when you discussed the impact LeBron has in kind of like giving back. I think bringing up the school was a great idea. I was surprised that you brought up the donations just because I know how you feel about rich people and those donations were write-offs, but that's fine. We don't got to talk about the tax write-offs that he got for all those donations and the Muhammad Ali thing and all that type of stuff. Regardless, he did it. And I do think that you brought up valid points in his impact of the things that he did. But this is an interesting one, but I have to partially agree with Keith. I don't think you completely didn't answer the question. I don't agree with that part. But I think that Scoop just brought up more points in reference to the sport itself. And I don't think that necessarily like what you were saying was that LeBron wasn't impactful in basketball. It's just hard to make that argument because there were so many greats in basketball before LeBron. Whereas with Tiger, I think Scoop had a much more valid argument. So for that, I have to go with Scoop.
That's fair. But the conversation was never who was more impactful in the sport. It was who was more impactful.
I ain't never seen niggas shoot the ball and say LeBron. But when somebody play golf and they hit the golf ball, they want to be like Tiger Woods. But that's besides the point. Let's do an interview right now. I don't want to talk to the loser. You can mute yourself. Scoop, you can unmute yourself. Did you feel like this was
Can I just respond to what Scott just said really quickly? When you say like we weren't talking about their impact in the sport, I understand what you're saying, but because their sport is what introduced us to them to begin with, it's kind of difficult not to mention that. And also Tiger he made a huge impact in the sense of there's generations now of people after him, especially people of color, because Black people weren't into golf, but like there's generations now of people who he's inspired and who he's like kind of brought this sport to. Because like our kids might not know who Tiger Woods is, but if it weren't for him, our kids wouldn't even necessarily be able to compete in golf in high school or whatever because of Tiger Woods, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but
you made schools put it in.
That's novelty. That doesn't necessarily equate to more impact. That equates to novelty, and that he introduced something. But just because he was a trailblazer doesn't mean he had more impact, respectively.
But I mean, even with it being novelty, though, I think that still speaks to his influence in this. Okay.
It said it in your 2 minutes, Scott.
That's okay. I just
Scott, you had 3 minutes to see that.
and you spent half of it telling us.
You spent 30 of it telling us about Skip Bayless.
Right.
No, and the other 30 telling us his birthday and his middle name.
Impact? How is that not influence? That you built an entire career off this man's career. What? Are you crazy? What? Influence.
Skip Bayless was getting paid before LeBron came into the league.
He was not getting paid $10 million a year.
You had 3 minutes.
To talk shit to Shannon Sharp about LeBron every fucking day. No, the fuck he wasn't. Get out of
here.
I
don't want
to hear that. No, he wasn't. LeBron,
we're not going to sit here. Okay, we're not going to sit here and say that Skip Bayless, because first of all,
I left this out. You want to bring up? You want me to bring up the analyst that Tiger made, or we're just gonna leave that?
No,
alone?
It's fine. Okay. I don't know why I'm arguing with Scott anyway because he lost. So go ahead, Scoop.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Scoop, I got one question.
According to y'all biased.
We all LeBron James fans here. You had the easiest job, and you spent time.
I'm not giving unbiased review. Or
no, all right, V. To be fair, you did. I'm talking about Keith. I'm really talking about Keith.
Keith, can I ask? Do we have anybody in the audience speaking, or no one cares?
Keith agrees with Scott, but Keith and Scott kind of one and the same.
Oh, get out of here, Keith. You look like LeBron James.
Look at the bias. Look, you see the bias. Look how's that bias? Now my people who support me are discredited now. See? Bias.
Keith is one of our other friends.
Who got the worst hairline, Tiger Woods or LeBron? Because I'm looking at this Tiger Woods hairline, and my God. What is that? Is that a W happening? Like, I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah, you got
the McDonald's.
I got a question. I got a question.
I just want to do my interview.
Is this your king? I told you what I was going to do. Hey, Scott, show everybody your shirt.
Huh? Show
everybody your shirt. Oh, Wakanda.
Wakanda.
Is this your king?
Yeah, shut
Power. All
right, I'm sorry.
Well, Scoop, I just wanted to ask, did you feel like this was light work when Scott absolutely said nothing the whole time? Or did you, when he said Skip Bayless, did you realize he had nothing? Or was it when he said LeBron led the charge with George Floyd when he didn't? Was that when you felt like Scott lost? Or
well, here's the thing. The minute that Scott brought up his middle name, I knew it was over.
Oh,
you know what I mean? That's the moment that I realized that we will be listening to 3 minutes of frivolous information. You know what I mean? But Scott is a very good opponent. It's just that he gets nervous when it comes to sports. And I knew I had it in the bag. I know that's one of his weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's,
Now, Scoop, everyone with the last name Robinson has whooped Scott in any sports debate.
It's very true.
Do you feel like, is this a legacy thing, or do you feel as though like how you feeling about this?
I just like to pay homage to the ones before us, you know what I'm saying, and the ones to come. So, you know what I mean? I just like to just keep the legacy going. You understand?
Like Tiger Woods.
Like Tiger.
Like we all wish to have the impact Tiger Woods had on the world one day.
Yes. We all wish that we could, you know what I mean? It's hard to be a one of one, and to carve from a blank stone, just a block of stone, and just to make a masterpiece is amazing. You know what I mean? And that's not to discredit LeBron James. I love LeBron James. He's my favorite basketball player ever. You know what I mean? Much credit to him. I'm sorry that you couldn't have been represented a little bit better today. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a winner. You're a winner, LeBron James. Just not today.
Just not today. It's not today.
I would like to point out that LeBron James was definitely one of the leaders during the George Floyd thing. I don't know what you were talking about.
One of them. You say
one of the leaders.
You got Chris Paul. You got so many people.
Isn't a leader?
LeBron never did it by himself. He can't even have an impact by himself. No, mute your mic and be quiet.
That was never my point.
You need a big three for
never my point. You like to take my
point
and make it and interpret it.
The Milwaukee Bucks walked off the court. Did they not?
You really like to take my point.
Had a bigger impact
into something that I never said. You do that all the time, and I never said that. That's never what I said.
But
I said he was one of the leaders. He was a leader. He was.
Who had a bigger impact?
That's facts.
You're still talking. You're not making no sense. Who had a bigger impact with the George Floyd situation? The Milwaukee Bucks.
I know who the fuck didn't say nothing. Tiger Woods.
Milwaukee Bucks or LeBron James? Who had a bigger impact?
I know Tiger Woods ain't do a damn thing. So
you can't even answer the question. You acting like Taj now.
You know
my whole point, bro. I'm not entertaining this conversation anymore.
A bigger impact with the George Floyd situation. The Milwaukee Bucks or LeBron James.
But I know who didn't say nothing about it. Tiger Woods.
I know who didn't have impact by himself. LeBron James. So
I know Tiger Woods don't ever come to the defense of black people.
I know that. My 15th.
God is angry. 1 minute. One minute Scott want to defend women, then he don't want to defend women. Now he mad at this, then he not mad at that. I don't know what's wrong with Scott today. Scott is going.
I'm not mad though.
I feel unappreciated.
I'm mad at
like
you trying to change
Woods.
my words all the time.
There is a lot of anger going on in this podcast today, and I don't understand why. And Scott,
you know why?
I don't know why he trying to pick an argument with me like he gonna win it. I just need him to go ahead about his business. He ain't gonna win it.
You like work, dog. You
I beat you in every debate we ever had.
Cause you like.
We got a preview. We got a preview.
We can have any sports debate, Scott, and I will whoop you again.
But it's not a sports debate right now. We talking about real shit.
And
real shit. You're trying to change my point. So that's
you said LeBron.
Talking about George Floyd. That's real shit.
You are terrible at making points because it's about impact. So if he made an impact alone about George Floyd, I understand you.
He didn't make an impact with social movement.
The whole NBA.
He didn't make a whole clothing brand.
I don't.
An athlete.
I don't want to
make a whole clothing brand on it.
You are symbolism behind it.
You had 3 minutes.
Terrible.
Hold up.
Terrible at making points. That the whole NBA.
Now what y'all saying is, man, AI took the 76ers to the finals by himself. That's all I'm saying. Just say that and leave it there.
Hey, you know what? We're going to leave it there.
Brought the 76ers to the finals by himself.
He had the defensive player of the year on his team.
His name was Allen Iverson.
That was a good team, though. That wasn't a bad team, though.
It was a good team.
Yeah, it was.
We in the episode because Scott just don't know.
Didn't they have the defensive player of the year on the team?
Yeah, halfway through the season. Are we gonna talk about how you talk about Eric Snow? We talking about
We're talking about the Dikembe Mutombo.
We talking about Eric Snow?
Dikembe Mutombo. Scott really.
You talking about? Are we talking about?
So bad.
Wait. I don't know what I'm talking about. When he had one defensive player of the year, so I guess his peers and the media didn't agree either. I guess they didn't know what they were talking about either.
Oh, now okay. So I guess Rudy
Gobert should be in the finals too.
Whoever said that was a good 16.
Let's take. We talk about the finals. We talk about what
against Kobe and Shaq.
You got to make it to the finals.
Okay, so I'm glad that people are watching this so they can see who's talking and they understand why the wash happened. That wraps up the next.
Just because you think it don't mean nothing though. See, that's what I'm saying.
Everyone in the world says that AI took that team to the finals on his own.
There wasn't a bad team.
Okay, it wasn't a bad team. Got you. Okay. So that wraps up a whole other episode of Talk Heavy. Once again, I'm your boy Scoop Burgundy.
Just call me Rob.
Hey, Scotty.
And if y'all want to see more spankings like the one that you just saw, then tune in next week to Talk